Horner Farm. In lieu of our lambing talks, which we can't give due to the current situation, we're going to bring to you a little lambing video. So we're going to show you how we run our system here and a few things that we do. So we lamb indoors, that means our ewes are brought indoors before they lamb. Now we will be moving to an outdoor lambing system from next year, but this year we're still in indoor lambing. So we'll show you a little bit about what we do and what we get up to, and if you have any questions, just send them over. So this is Floss and this is Pip, who are a little bit bored at the moment, so they're trying to get a lot of attention off me because we don't work the ewes while they're heavily pregnant, and ewes and lambs are notoriously hard to work with the dogs. So let me show you around.
When our ewes are brought in, they are kept in loose housing. Our flock is made up of 3 main breeds of sheep. We have a crossbred ewe, who's a Welsh Cross Texel, my personal favourite, which is the North Country Cheviot, and you'll also see a few badger face ewes popping up. One of the first signs we look for with the ewe going into labour is she'll often look quite unsettled. She will walk around with her tail in the air and paw at the ground. We call this nesting. As the ewe's labour progresses, she enters into what we call the second stage, which is when the delivery of the lamb happens. At this stage, she will lie on her side and you will see obvious contractions. You see a string of mucus shortly before the lamb's arrival. And then hopefully 2 little feet appear. Once a ewe has delivered the head and the front legs, she normally quickly delivers the rest of the body. In this case, the lamb was a little bit distressed. That's the yellow coloration you can see. It just means it's pooed itself during delivery. And in that situation, I just aided her to get the lamb out because she'd been pushing for a little while without success. After delivery, we don't immediately take the lamb to the mother's head. The reason for this is we like the cord to go wide, so all the blood passes into the lamb's body. After a lamb has been born, we treat its cord with iodine. This is to stop infection getting in through the cord.
So once a ewe has lambed, she comes into these individual pens, and that allows us to make sure the lamb mother's up well and has plenty of colostrum. We call it liquid gold. It's one of the most important things to get a lamb's healthy start in life. So this is a first time mum. We can tell that by her ear tag, so we colour code based on their ages. And what we do is we take a health check of both ewe and lamb over the next 36 hours before they go out into the field. Hello. So we want to make sure the lamb has got a nice full belly, so that means he's had plenty of colostrum, and as the milk's come in, he's had plenty of milk. You can see that well on this lamb, because you can see that he triangles out, which shows that his belly is nice and full. He's nice and hydrated, his eyes are bright, and he's happy drinking with his mum. And then with the mother, we record her ear tag number, we record if she had any lambing difficulties, if we've had to intervene in any way, and make sure that both sides of her udder are working, and then they're fit and go, ready out into the field. So what we do before they go into the field is we castrate our males, and then we also number up the ewe and the lamb so that we can always match them up in the field, and then we have a different colour for a single and a different colour for a double. So this guy will go out into the field once he's been castrated. They're both numbered up, and then they head off into the nursery field for 24 hours. So welcome to our nursery lambing field. What I mean by that is that it's a small field, it's quite compact. So the ewes and lambs come out of the shed and they stay in this field for about 48 hours. This allows them to acclimatise to being with the rest of the flock, particularly for our first time mums that sometimes find it a little bit overwhelming. And what it allows is that if a lamb gets lost, that you can easily find it again, even in the melee of ewes and lambs. They stay in here and then they move on to our main flock where everyone else is, so our older ewes and lambs. And because we rotationally graze, they move every 7 days. And so these join with the main flock and then continue the movement. Now, we run a grass-based system here, but what we do is for all our ewes and our lambs, we have a bucket for each. is our ewes continue to get a mineralised bucket. There's no feed value in that. It's just providing them with essential minerals going forward, particularly when they've just lambed and they're upping their milk production. So we use tubby buckets from Dennis Brimacombe because we really want to ensure that we remove soya and palm oil from our farming system. We feel that they're damaging to the environment, and going forward we don't want them in our system, and that's quite hard within agriculture because they're a cheap byproduct that is utilised by the agricultural industry, but as a system we want to make sure that our environmental impact is minimal. So this is our main flock of ewes and lambs. It's a really hot day today, and one of the things we're trying to do as a farm is put in more infield trees in terms of the silver pasture, our wood pasture, and just infield trees. So one of the key elements of that is providing your livestock with shade and shelter. So today, because it's a really hot day, you'll see behind us the ewes and lambs are heading to one of the larger trees in the hedgerows to seek that shade because it is so hot for them today, and it's just allowing them to cool down, and it's helped lowering stress levels as a whole. So it really, for us, showcases the need to integrate trees into our farming system.
Thank you for watching. Here's a few clips of our ewes and lambs.